Hey guys, so I have to try to quietly film this before the baby gets up from her nap. So I wasn't planning on filming today. I was going to do all my filming tomorrow. Tomorrow was going to be like my big start for the whole review of the proven pregnancy tests. So I don't even know how to like begin with this without sounding like a crazy person, but I guess I can kind of just explain what was going to start tomorrow. So these tests, like I just showed you, I've never tried them before, and they are 10 MIU for the sensitivity, and they're just the little strip tests. So anyway, I am 60 PO today, and so my plan was to kind of start, I don't know, like a series or some type of review on these pregnancy tests for my YouTube viewers. It seems people are a little more appreciative of the more informational or educational type videos where I do comparisons of tests side by side and whatnot. And that's stuff that I'm like really interested in, is like comparing different test sensitivities and brands and everything. So my plan was to start tomorrow at 7 DPO taking pregnancy tests with these strip tests. And hypothetically, if I was pregnant, I wanted to be able to catch as early as possible with a 10 MIU test, a positive test. And then once I got a positive, then I wanted to start comparing Walmart 88-cent test, Dollar Tree test, maybe First Response, and compare the lines of all of these different brands and prices, and just kind of make a fun video, hypothetically, if I was pregnant. I think if not, then I would just post it as maybe a live pregnancy test or whatever. But so I took a test today for fun. I had like a 4 or 5 hour hold, and I had to go really bad, and I thought, you got all these, you have like 20 of these little strip tests, let's just do it. So I took it, and immediately a second line showed up, but not one that I can get a very good photo of with my phone. It's more gray than it is pink, so that's extremely kind of discouraging, I guess, or it's what's keeping me from being too excited about it. But the fact that the line appeared almost within a minute, minute and a half of the test being activated, and it is still there like 2 hours later. Like I said, it's much darker now than it was at like 2 and 3 minutes, but it's still pretty gray. I'm not even going to try to film it because there's no way it's going to show up. I had to take multiple photos of it before the 5-minute mark. I even downloaded an app to, like a negative app or whatever, to turn the photo into a negative and kind of look at it that way. But anyway, the reason I'm filming right now is because I kind of want to capture, well, not capture the moment because it's been a couple of hours, but at first, of course, I was panicking and freaking out, like, oh my god, there's a second line, oh my god, like, and then, you know, I've spent probably another hour Googling BFPs at 60 PO and EVAP lines at 60 PO and trying to find more reviews on this test, which there are not a lot of. So I know very well that this is probably just a faulty test or an EVAP line of some kind of crazy sort, and that nothing else is going to come of it. But I wanted to kind of film an intro or whatever. I think probably tonight, I work overnights, maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, I'll do a really long hold of my urine and not only film me taking the 7 DPO test, but if I get a line, I will save the urine and maybe do a dollar store cheapie with it. So that is what's going on right now. Like I said, I'm not trying to get my hopes up at all, but I've honestly not taken very many of these strip tests, so that's another reason why I'm not trying to get my hopes up. But it's just insane how the line showed up immediately and it was visible to me. I mean, it's not the best for being photographed, but I mean, now that the test is dried, it's like super obvious, but not super pink. So that's the part that discourages me. Okay guys, sorry about the baby noises here, but I'm just gonna film this very quickly. I had taken the test earlier and got that faint gray line like immediately before the 3 minutes were up, and then even though it's been a couple of hours, it's still there, it's still very visible. And I had said in the last video that I just filmed about it was that I was going to hold my urine for hours and hours and hours, and then I was going to wait until I got to work tonight and take another test. But I just can't help myself. It's kind of driving me crazy, especially since I'm not used to these new strip tests that I have. Take the Proven strip test again, and I'm also going to take one of the very quick Dollar Tree tests. So the Dollar Tree test wants 3 drops, and you read the results between 3 and 5 minutes. See, it's no line, negative. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you can see that it's running across. And then the Proven test, you dip for 5 seconds, and it's the same read time between 3 and 5 minutes. I don't have my hopes up. I'm just a pee on a stick addict. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because I'm not used to these strip tests and I don't know how things are going to be with them, I kind of feel like I either need there to be a faint line again to confirm to me that it wasn't a faulty test and that there's possibly something going on, or no lines and just kind of put me in my place for testing so early. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to wait 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, come back, and we're going to take a look at him, okay? Okay, so it's been about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm going to take a look at him. Don't see anything on the Dollar Tree test, which I know it doesn't have as low of a sensitivity as the strip test. I don't think you'll be able to see much in here. I have bad lighting in every room of my house. And then as far as the strip test goes, it does not look like there is another faint line. No, so nothing.